President Rodrigo Duterte on Tuesday says he skipped the barangay elections for purely political reasons. Duterte says he wanted to erase suspicion from his candidate friends on whether he voted for them. He says, quote, "Everyone who ran is my friend. Almost all were my supporters during the last elections, and they would never believe that I voted for them or didn't. So I think the better option is just skip the voting. I didn't want them to have doubts." The barangay elections on Monday were the first under Duterte's presidency. They were also the first to be held in 5 years after several postponements. The Commission on Elections on Monday says there has been no failure of election so far in the barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan polls. The Comelec says this is the first time it hasn't received a report of a failure of election, but it says it is still verifying the status of elections in a town in northern Samar. It also says the elections in a town in Lanao del Norte has been extended. Under the Omnibus Election Code, a failure of election happens if, among other things, an election is postponed or suspended on account of force majeure, violence, terrorism, or other analogous causes. Should this happen, the Comelec is tasked to reschedule the elections on a date reasonably close to the original election day. Still on the barangay and SK elections, the Education Department says the cash cards containing the honoraria of teachers who served during the polls are now ready for release. But DepEd Director Joel Aristain says technical problems had been encountered in the delivery of cash cards in Bukidnon Province. DepEd says the cash cards for Bukidnon will be released Tuesday, with Thursday the latest. Teachers who are part of the electoral boards manning the polling precincts are entitled to honoraria, which are stored in cash cards. Other qualified professionals may also be appointed to electoral boards following the passage of a law that made election duties non-compulsory for teachers. The United States opened its deeply controversial embassy in Jerusalem Monday. But the inauguration is marred by violent clashes along the Gaza border that left 43 Palestinians dead from Israeli fire in the conflict's bloodiest day in years. The embassy inauguration is attended by a Washington delegation that included U.S. President Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka and her husband Jared Kushner, both White House aides. The U.S. President addresses the ceremony by video. Trump says, quote, "Our greatest hope is for peace. The United States remains fully committed to facilitating a lasting peace agreement." Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu tells Trump that, quote, "By recognizing history, you have made history." Netanyahu says, quote, "We are in Jerusalem and we are here to stay."